Hey guys, welcome back. It's Missy, and today I thought we would talk about, is this person nice or are they being nice to manipulate? And I think this is such an important topic because if you're someone where you have been through narcissistic abuse and you were around a lot of nice people and then all of a sudden they turned out narcissistic, or you have become wary of other people and fearful, you know, of others, and you think everyone has a hidden agenda, it can be hard to determine, okay, you know, is this person a genuinely nice, good person, or am I getting manipulated? So instead of being fearful, it's good to just be aware, and then you can see some of these signs. Now, if someone does one or two of these things, it's not a big deal. It's if they do this often and they do a lot of them that really matter. Because here's the thing, just because someone's nice doesn't mean that they have good intentions. People do nice things with bad intentions all the time, and then there's people who do good things and they have good intentions. So it's not the act that matters, it's often the intent behind it that matters a lot. So let's get into today's video. Now, one of the first things is they don't accept no when they offer you help and you're like, no, I'm okay. So here's the thing, there's certain times when people are like hesitant to say no, and you may be hesitant to say no, but you really want it, you're showing you want it, and the person may push, be like, no, like it's no problem, and then you're like, oh, okay, like, you know, you let go. But then there's other times when you're like, no, I don't, you know, I'm good, and the person's like, no, I'm gonna do it anyways, like let me help you with your grocery shopping, or let me help you like pick up the kids or whatever, and then they get mad at you if you don't let them help you. Like, that's a very manipulative person. Why do they need to help you so badly? It's because they need to feel good, or they want to have one over you, whatever it is. They have a secret hidden intent or reason why they're doing that nice thing and why they can't accept that no. So you got to watch out for those people that, I mean, obviously I'm sure, you know, no one likes someone that pushes the boundaries, but it can also cause you to gaslight yourself, like, oh, well, they're doing a nice thing, is it really that big of a deal if I say, or if I just let them? But no, if something makes you uncomfortable, you're allowed to say no, even if it's a nice gesture from them. So you may see they'll like inconvenience themselves to try to help you. And you also may notice that these people will do over the top grandiose gestures, like they'll go out of their way to try to help you. So that's a no-go. You want to watch out for those people. The next is they offer you on things that you didn't tell them yourself. So this person may come up to you and be like, oh, do you want me to help you when you go to the concert with your spouse? I'll help you watch your kids. Or maybe they'll be like, oh, I'll help you on this project at work or something, and you never told them this information. Or you may sit there and question and be like, when did I tell them this information? I don't recall telling them. And they'll say, you'll probably say no in a confusing way, like, no, I'm okay, but when did I reveal this information to this person? You know, think back, like, when did I tell this person this thing? And generally people, they'll have a hidden intent with that. Maybe they want to get information off of you, maybe they want to, you know, manipulate your kids, or, you know, they want to do something weird that they're not revealing. If someone comes up to you and talks to you about something that you didn't share and they didn't reveal how they found that information, that's sneaky and manipulative and weird. The next thing is they try to invest themselves in your life too much. They ask too many questions. So this one is a big one, which I think we all need to be aware of, is the person that, like, you're going through something and they're like heavily invested, and not in a caring way of like, hey, I'm here for you, whatever you need. Like, they're there where they want to tell you what to do, how to live your life, what choices you make. They may shame you for things that you've done. They like may make you feel bad about it, whatever it is. Like, they're heavily invested in whatever's going on with you, and they're constantly just asking questions. So when you're not bringing it up, they'll bring it up of constantly like, oh, what happened with that, by the way? You didn't share with me what happened. And they're always trying to get that information out of you. Now, here's the thing. It's natural and normal for people to be curious and ask questions, say, hey, how are you? But it's how forceful this person is and how often they do it that really matters. And they don't catch the vibe of when you're uncomfortable and you don't want to answer the question. So you may be showing, you know, you're not really comfortable with it, but they'll still keep pestering on to find out that information or keep talking about that topic with you. So they can seem helpful, but really they have a secret intent or a hidden intent. And now, why would someone want to be heavily invested in you? It makes them feel powerful to be the one that gives advice or be a leader or show their knowledge in some sort of sense, or it makes them feel better seeing other people down, and they maybe feel uplifted by seeing you down because they're probably down themselves, or they usually are down themselves, and when you're down you want to bring other people down with you and be in that energy. But they'll come from a self-righteous place of like, I'm gonna help you with this thing. The next thing is they pressure you into doing things. So not only are these people nosy and trying to get information out of you and seem to be there and giving you advice, but they'll also be really forceful and be like, no, you have to do this thing. Like, no, you have to delete that person's number. No, you have to go to this concert. No, you have to throw away all of your ex's stuff. You know, they're always making suggestions and being forceful about things that you need to do. Now, here's the thing. Suggestions are normal. That's okay. Advice is normal. But someone who is more manipulative and has a hidden intent, they are pretty forceful about it to a degree that's uncomfortable. People who are nice and genuine, they make these suggestions or advice out of the kindness of their heart, and they come with an empathetic energy, and they're like, hey, why don't you try this? Someone who has a hidden intent or agenda, you'll feel that forceful energy, and it's very aggressive, and they're more so making these suggestions because they think that's what's best for you rather than what is actually best for you. Someone that's empathetic, they'll help you figure out, hey, what do you think is best for you? They'll be there to help you and be like, not a problem if you don't want to do that, whatever it is. Someone who's manipulative is like, no, you have to do these things, otherwise things won't get better. There's always some sort of gain or benefit to what they're suggesting or what they're trying to pressure you into doing. And you'll notice if you go against their advice, they may shame you, they may make you feel really bad about it. They'll ask questions like, why didn't you do this? They'll try to convince you of why it's the right decision to do it. Or they will talk to you in a way where you will then question yourself of like, oh, did I do the wrong thing if not taking this person's suggestion? But no, there's always an ulterior motive. The next thing is, it's very tit for tat. They keep a score. They have like little tally marks, and they have like in their head, or even some people I'm sure have notepads of stuff that they have done for you, the nice things they've done. They they tally it up. So someone who is more manipulative, you will notice that they will act like you owe them. Or if you guys get into disagreements or fights, or if you say no to them, they'll list all the things that they've done for you. Here's the thing though, there are times that it actually makes sense for someone to list the nice things they've done. And that is if, for instance, if you are someone where you've gone out of your way and you've done a lot of things, and this other person, if they have talked about how you never do anything for them, then it makes sense. Hey, what about this, this, and this? I've done these things. It makes sense to prove your point. But this person, it's not to prove a point because you're being misrepresented or accused of something. It's more so, I did this, now I expect something back. When someone genuinely is helpful or wants to do things, they don't keep a score. Like, for instance, I'm not saying I'm a good person or like, oh, whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm someone where I genuinely forget things that I do for others, and they'll remind me, like presents or times I've helped them or whatever. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that, because I don't keep a score and I don't expect anything in return. The most I expect is say hi to me or something, you know, treat me like a decent person. When you do something, it should always be to the kindness of your heart, not because you expect something in return. You expect something, so don't think that I'm like, oh, just do nice things and, you know, let people mistreat you. No, the minimum is respect back or some sort of relationship, but it shouldn't be that they do things in return for you. And if you feel like you're being taken advantage of and you're doing too much, pull it back and don't do so much. Not because you're punishing the person, but because it's not a two-way street where they're showing you that they value you as a person. So a manipulative person will try to trap you into doing things for them because their intent always, I'm gonna do this nice thing so that I have one over them. It's to keep the score, it's to have something over other people. So just know you don't have to do anything for anyone, even if they've done all these nice things. You do it because you genuinely want to. Oh God, that scared me. You do it because you genuinely want to, and it's out of the kindness of your heart. Otherwise, it becomes this tit for tat, and it's exhausting. If there's ever a person that tries to pressure you into doing something because they did these nice things, you can always make light of it. I'll be like, oh, I thought we do nice things for others because it's out of the kindness of our heart, and we don't expect anything in return. Another thing is you will see them like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, they are very on and off. They can be really nice and helpful one moment, and then they can be threatening and mean the next. So they will turn on the charm and the personality when they feel like they can get something out of you. When they feel like they'll get information, or they feel like they can get you to do something for them, they'll be all nice, like, oh, can you do this for me, whatever. And then the minute you say no, or the minute you don't behave the way that they like, then it's immediately you'll see them retract or be nasty, or like a darkness come over them, or it's just like really uncomfortable to be around them. Maybe they'll say something passive aggressive, or they'll just be they'll start to be negative or make comments that make you feel bad, because this niceness is an act and they can't always keep it up, and they can't because they're manipulative and they have hidden intents. When they're not getting it, they have no reason to be nice anymore because the niceness isn't genuine. Or even these are the type of people where they speak very badly about others, and then when that person shows up, all of a sudden the charm's on, they're being so nice. You know, on one-on-ones you may notice they act one way, and then around everyone else, oh, they're so polite and nice and just such an angel. You always want to watch out for the shit talkers. And something that I've told my younger sister, and I'm going to teach all of my children, is there's nothing wrong with shit talking. We all shit talk. Even you do it too. That's not the problem. It's, do you also say it to people's face? Because if you don't say it to people's face, don't say it behind their back. I always, whatever I say behind people's face, whatever I say behind people's back, I always make sure to say it to their face. That's what keeps me real and genuine and true to myself, no matter what. So if I know I wouldn't say this to someone's face, I keep it to myself and I keep it in my head, and I just have my little anger, whatever. But we all need to vent, we all need to kind of say things, but you gotta say it to their face. A manipulative person doesn't do that. You will see the faces come on and off. And the last thing is, you will see them get defensive at random times. So like I was talking about, they have a mask and it will crack. If you catch them in a lie, or if you ask an unexpected question, they will get defensive. They may go on the attack. They may get nervous and panicky. They just seem off at just a simple question, or you know, you calling something out. Generally, this behavior shows someone that is afraid of getting caught, or they're being seen for who they actually are and what they're actually doing. And you know, there's no reason to get defensive if you're asking an innocent question like, hey, what are you up to? Or, hey, I noticed you said that you were going to invite everyone at 8 on Saturday, but no one got an invite. You know, just kind of pointing things out. If they get defensive, or they get all upset and jittery about, or not jittery, if they get nervous about what you're calling them out on, that usually is someone that can be more manipulative. It also could be someone that just has social anxiety in general, but again, it doesn't come with all of these other things like we had talked about. So these things are not black and white, and that's what's hard about talking about these topics. Is it's not black and white where it's like, oh, if you do these things you are this thing, and if you don't do these things you're not. It's that if you have multiple, like I had mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you have multiple of these things and you do it often, these are seen as manipulative. It's not, you're not being a genuine person, or this person is not being a genuine person if they're doing these things. So these are some things that you can watch out for when it comes to someone that is not genuinely nice, but they're more of a manipulative person. So what do you guys think? Leave it all in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with someone that you think may need it. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye, guys. What do you think? So someone who is more manipulative,